Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your February 2026 energy reading. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I want you to only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Your first oracle card that you got is the Shamanic Healer, and it says cleansing and attunement. So it's really important for you to do the grounding practices and get a feel for your own energy and recognize when your own energy is being distorted. Okay. It's really also important for you to acknowledge when your energy is being filled by old narratives or old wounds. So, for example, the Three of Swords speaks of forgiveness, it speaks of needing to accept what happened in your experience and forgiving yourself, forgiving the individual so you can move forward, right? This doesn't mean that you have to be with the same people in your life. It just means that you want to release this burden, emotional burden or emotional heavier energy that maybe some of you guys have been experiencing. Sometimes it comes and goes. Sometimes we feel like we have overcome it and then out of a sudden we feel like a trigger or something. And these are perfect opportunities for our own self-development, right? And it's really beautiful that I see here both the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, right? Queen of Wands is you. And so you are also the Queen of Cups, right? You are mutable fire, right? And the Queen of Cups is speaking to your own inner healing, you holding space for yourself, and you being able to truly embrace this intuitive side to you. And it's funny because the Oracle card that you have here too is the Goddess of Dreams. And it says vision, intuition, and receptivity. So maybe some of you guys have been or will have, very interesting dreams. And also, if you are having those interesting dreams, write them down. See what comes to you, right? When you revisit that dream journal later on. But it also aligns with the energy of the Queen of Cups. This is all about self-preservation, self-healing, and intuitive power, right? And the Queen of Wands shows how you show to the world, the mask that you put on, the charismatic energy, the way that you are with others. And with this also oracle card here, you have achievement and success. So some of you guys will be doing really great things this month. You will be experiencing success and achievement and reward, completion, but also there's this level of internal healing and intuitive connection that really is going to propel you forward in many different ways. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into potential blockages for you. What are the potential blockages for Sagittarius? Okay, Saggy. So we got here the Hanged One is showing up here as a potential blockage. This means that you could potentially be having a hard time seeing things from a different perspective. There is an Ace of Swords here that's showing up in reverse. And this is showing to me that there could be a truth that's being revealed that could be quite hard to swallow. You might have a hard time accepting something that Spirit is saying. Again, you have to accept it. That's why it's showing up with the Hanged One there in the reversal. You have to see this from a different perspective. Temperance showing up in the block too, saying there is an unaligned energy, something that you have to bring to harmony in your life. Okay. And then you have the 10 of Cups also in reverse, which is showing this energy of disharmony, right? Emotionally. So it could be that physically, like let's say at work, let's say with your friends, there's really good things happening in your life right now physically, but emotionally in your internal world, this is where all your attention has to come forward, right? So again, when you're feeling these triggers, when you feel these deep questions coming, or when you feel this, I don't know, situation that maybe you have had in the past that all of a sudden makes you feel some type of way, use that as an opportunity for self-discovery. Use that as an opportunity for you to have some self-inventory and for you to be able to understand what is it that I need to pay more attention to. Okay. Give me a little bit on the block. So this is a very personal, internal, and emotional matter type of energy reading. Okay. What else for the block? Okay, so we have the Strength. This is about not doubting yourself. This is about knowing that you have the force and the grit and the wisdom and the strength, the muscle endurance and the intuitive endurance to be able to navigate your difficulties with grace. Okay. And then you also have the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning, but the Ace of Wands requires for you to keep the flame burning. So that's why the internal work really has to come through in order for you to keep the flame burning. Okay. Now for the outcome, a possible outcome for my beautiful Sagittarius, what do we have? Okay, so we have a couple, that's way too many. Let's do it again. Possible outcome for Sagittarius, please and thank you. Possible outcome. Perfect. That's awesome. So we have here the Chariot, Sagittarius. This is the message that whatever difficulty you experience in your life, you have the power to overcome it. You have the determination and the willpower. And not only that, that determination and willpower is going to propel you forward to the next level. You have here the power of collaborations and resources. This shows also a really strong level of success. I feel like at work, this could be a really great month for work, great month for collaborations, great month to plan with others and work with other individuals. Okay. What else can you tell me for the outcome? There's still a layer of worry that some of you guys are still kind of dealing with. So that's really interesting. The Nine of Swords is where you feel like you're still at the rock bottom. So we'll get a little bit more on that. Why is that one showing up like that? It is showing up in reverse. So I feel like the Nine of Swords in reverse is better because it shows that you're turning it around. So, okay. And then you have Five of Wands. There's potential conflict with people around you, but you also have the Seven of Swords. I'm sorry, Seven of Wands. So it shows that you don't care about the conflict. You're going to find your own way. You don't care about the conflict. It's not going to stop you. And I really love that for you. What else can you give me in the outcome? And we have here the Four of Cups. This is an unexpected offer. Maybe it's not the offer that you're looking for. So let's get a little bit more on that. Yeah, but it's requiring for you to take action, okay? The Emperor showing up saying there's a big responsibility that you have, okay? This responsibility involves for you to take action, for you to really, again, take the self-inventory, for you to say, okay, this is what's going on. This is what I can do better. This is what I want to accomplish, and this is how I'm going to do it. So there's a level of clarity to that the Emperor brings to the reading. So that's actually really positive. So I feel like you are coming out of this anxious energy for sure, and you are seeing the bigger perspective here, so you're able to move forward in a more graceful and in a more self-serving way. Okay, look at that, the Sun card. This is where I close out the reading. The Sun card saying everything's going to be okay. You are heading in the direction of alignment. It just, requires for you to work through your triggers. So that's what we're seeing here is a lot of personal internal matters. And the thing is that once you work those out, then you can find your way through the difficulties in your physical life, right? But if you don't work these triggers out, then you're going to just be pinning this energy within you, and it only is going to lead to exhaustion, burnout, and Spirit is saying turn it around. You have the opportunity to do so, but there is success coming your way. But sometimes when we don't deal with our internal turmoil, then the success doesn't feel as sweet as it should, right? So with that being said, please let me know if this reading resonated with you in any kind of way. If it did, drop me a comment down below, like and subscribe if you do want to support my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.